Hey guys, Mystic Eve here at Center of Mystic Arts in Costa Rica. It's really hot down here and full of fire, and I am working on making every day today action as effortless as possible. So, excuse me while I change and evolve and burn and then start anew. So I'm going to start looking at today's birth chart right off of the bat. What the hell's going on in the sky? I mean, most of us are not able to do this without any kind of devices. I mean, shit, even back in ancient days, they used all kinds of, they were brass and gold and all these huge circles and balls and just dials. I had this dream once that I was there. Anyway, now guess what we have? We've got these amazing iPhones. So we dive down into the MC directly above me personally, because the midhaven changes depending on where you are. You can't point straight up and hit the same spot everywhere on the planet. So Taurus is right above me, which I was just talking about the group that I have here at Coma now, and what element would I say we were, and it was a mix between air and earth, because the atmosphere feels like a library, like a study hall. Oh my God, I'm able to work, which is nice. Some people's energy is hard to work around, right? But then I also feel a lot of earth, a lot of Taurus energy, this grounded, stable contentment. Nothing is agitating me. I mean, nothing important anyway. My Saturn in Leo can make the kitchen a difficult area for me. But, okay, so we've got this Taurus energy, this nice grounded feeling. And to my right, we have Uranus. Of course we do. He's my right-hand man. Like, Uranus is so revolutionary and smart and amazing. The tech guy at the party. He's the one that's putting on the laser show. And on my other side, on my left hand, just about equal distance, I see Chiron. And Chiron is the shaman of the party. I mention, I don't know how many times in these videos now, that I wrote in on Chiron. It's one of the things that's a little bit more difficult for me to say, but it's like true, so like why not say it? Because I mean it. Because they don't burn witches anymore. So that's good. And the sun, right on the other side of that shaman, that's ready to show us our deepest, darkest scars. I mean, so we got a laser show going on and a shaman dancing in front of the sun. It's definitely a time of revolutionary change and deep inner healing. And yeah, so I think at this point I'm just going to look down the spotlight, right? I mean, I don't want to go through all of the planets, but the way that I read a chart, I'm able to take that energetic highway called the Midhaven that's directly above me. And, you know, it kind of works both ways, so it kind of shoots up and down a little bit. But, you know, a little bit of look at the party. And we got Uranus and we got Chiron. So, let's see what they want to say. All right. So we have a Taurus Uranus and an Aries Chiron. Equal distance on both sides of the spotlight. That's interesting. All right. Center, north, south, east, and west. So what do we have here in the center? We have the King of Spades, which is the King of Swords. Oh, Mars. This sacred masculine ninja. The protector. You know, Uranus is very protective as well. He stands for revolution and freedom. So, like, Uranus feels it first, but he's got to go tell Mars. And Mars is the one that's like, okay, I know what to do from here. I'll take it from here. And Mars pushes it into action, which sometimes is not pretty, you know. The god of war can look like a bloody savage. But when he's on your side and he's protecting you and he's keeping those motherfuckers from taking your home, he's looking pretty good to me. So, he's in the center at the moment. In the north, what's in the air, what is circulating in the ether, we've got the Three of Spades. So we have another sword. We have another air. Now, oh, that's not to mention that this is a thinking king of air and swords. He's forged. And this three speaks of young Saturn with her boundaries, that triangle, the first shape, that first energy that holds and incubates. Thinking about, oh man, like visualization, meditation, really working your mind, working the air, using your breath. That breath work, Chi, that's here. We've been doing some breath work. There's a lot to say about that. In the air. All right, well, what's going to keep us grounded? Because you got to have your ground, that Taurus, that earth. If you don't have groundedness, you will spin off into lunacy, right? You know, if you study psychology, It can happen. So we got to have that ground. The Queen of Spades, another sword, straight up and down. The Queen. She keeps us so grounded. So grounded in, oh God, she's speaking of Tantra work. The Kundalini's down. You know, we talk a lot about working them up. I did a video about training your Kundalini snakes, and a lot of these people are waking up their Kundalinis, and they're like, woo, yeah. Because the sirens are right there on the other side. You know, and they like that kind of party. I like that kind of party. Do I like that kind of party? Only esoterically, but, you know, she needs to be grounded. She needs to have her stake in the earth so that she knows her mind is solid, is balanced. We are in this physical reality for a reason. You know, don't forget, while we're here, we are like swords, energetic swords. Right? Anyway. She's also the high priestess. She always wants to be known as the high priestess. You know, she seems cold. She can look cold when you get close to her. Emotionless. But she is sitting on her throne, loving us. The priestess, the connection, the feminine connection to God. Keeping us grounded. Swirling those Kundalini snakes into the ground to hold the earth. You know? So what's in the east? The sun is going to rise and bring light on a new day. It's going to shed light on this sword spread. And it's 7 of clubs, which is wands. Wow. This 7 of passion, the mystery of passion. This is speaking of Kundalini secrets, the fire, the wand, the magic. The 7 being so above, so below. The 7 chakras mirroring the 7 planets. And you know, this is also whispering of, you don't know the future. We don't know what the future has in store for us, especially when it comes to fire and passion. I do know that this fire should be spoken of. I'm doing some magic with a group that I am starting to feel. Speaking back of the Illuminati, I'm starting to feel like these are the real guys. I don't know. I don't know if they know. But I'm interested to do magic with them. And I enter as a fire, which is interesting. This fire that transforms us. The fire will shed light on our dreams and how we dream weaving our dreams into reality through the elements and through esoteric knowledge. Scrying into fire or into a candle to receive answers. So now at the end of the day, the sun will set. We will crawl up in that bed for the end of the night. Six of Hearts. I was wondering if it was going to be another black card. But this red, this heart, this water, the six, the Tifereth, the center balance, the balance of our watery emotions with so much air and fire that the energy of water is what guides us to where we need to go. Following that river, following the creek bed, sitting at a beach. The water is so vitally important. At the end of the day, you know, we should all be doing protection spells for our water. Here at Coma, there's been some water things with our well and needing a tank and the pump breaking and having a shortage of water. It's also the dry season in Costa Rica. But what is occurring is this tank area has already become a water portal. Like, it doesn't even have the tank or the water on top of it. But it's like these girls are so magical that it's like, we all knew the second he put up the structure for the tank, this is a water portal. There is so much going on here at Coma, and I'm trying to make it all as effortless as possible between all of my birth chart readings, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with Patreon, which I have another very interesting download about possibly this Patreon account being Coma's way to start sharing economics, this abundance, this wealth. The idea that I'm going to run with is that you're a member of the Patreon account, like normal, but this money is kept in a pool that everybody that's a member, that's a Patreon, knows what the pool is, and then when needed can apply for the loan. I don't know, it sounds pretty simple. Of course it would have to work with people that we trust, which is why I believe that the smaller groups, you know, I like a smaller town as well. I like a small town hall. I like a small central government, you know. Not to mention government, but I like to know my leaders personally. I think that's important. Trust is so vitally important when it comes to this sharing of wealth. Money is very, you know, it's like, you want it. We all want it. It's so useful. Oh, the things that it can do, the things that it can bring. But then a lot of us, especially those of us who have had so many lives, that it's just like, oh gosh, I don't know if I really want all that. That's a lot. Personally, my Jupiter's in Cancer, so it's like he's on or he's off. And I like to live very simply, very minimalistically, always have. But I also believe very strongly that we as magicians, that we as people that love each other can share this wealth and reclaim wealth because it has been stolen. No doubt about it. And it is being used in ways that we know, those of you who are coma kids, even if you just watch this video, if you're a subscriber, if you're a Patreon, whatever, you're a coma kid. If you're an outsider that loves Pluto, that is on the spectrum, that doesn't know what the fuck is going on with the world today, you can start to see this unbalance going on. And those of us who are sensitive enough to actually wield this magic through the elements, because we're so connected and we love the love. It's the love. It's the love we have for these things that gives us the ability to use them. They are our allies. So, thank you so much for being brave and daring and all of the beautiful things that you are. I have also just launched my other channel, Mystic Arts Podcast. The map was really my first passion before YouTube. There were some people that said I should do a YouTube, and I was like, that is too much for me at the moment. But I started feeling like I could do the podcast. And I've been doing this podcast from the beginning and have a lot that I have not edited, because editing these audios and uploading them onto Libsyn, I just haven't. It hasn't been easy. I was talking about making things easier on myself. I tend to do that as much as possible. So many things are so hard anyway that, if it gets too hard, so I started feeling like I should put it on the YouTube platform, because the YouTube, guess what, is starting to move easier. So I just started doing it. Hopefully I will still be able to eventually upload some amazing audio podcasts with all of these amazing magicians that have come through coma and all of the blessed coma kids. But for now, we will skip time and start here and now, once a week, every Wednesday, for MTVs, we will be recording the podcast. So this one coming up tomorrow, Chi and I will be there. I'm not sure if Jasmine is going to join or not, but we will be talking about something that we have been talking a lot about with coma, is this idea of financial discipline is the coma card. But we also have been looking at it as abundance and just the discipline to even look into and really figure out how we want to exchange this money. What does that even look like? We know we want something different. I know I don't like the fucking banks. I played with Bitcoin a little bit. I don't know if I really like that either. But this new download that has come through is something that is feeling like it could be worth putting some energy into, so that is what I'm doing. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope that your dreams are that of love and green empress prosperity. Yeah, all that good stuff. Please like and subscribe. It helps out with the algorithms. In love and light. And don't forget the lube. Ciao.